an easy question to answer, right? What's next for NRS? Due to the fact that WB has given out statements saying that Mortal Kombat is going to be the mascot, the focal point for the coming years, right? So it's gonna be Mortal Kombat, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Batman Arkham, no Injustice, no Suicide Squad, none of that stuff. X is out of here. So you can kind of make the argument, and it could be a pretty easy argument, well, the next NRS game is gonna be a Mortal Kombat game. Wait a minute, because I have 5 routes that I think NRS can take with this. A majority of these routes is Mortal Kombat related, obviously. With the recent release of Mortal Kombat 1's Definitive Edition, everybody is on a frenzy. Everybody is either ecstatic that Mortal Kombat 1's ending, or they are disappointed like myself. My heart is broken right now. This game had so much potential, and it's gone. Mortal Kombat 1's not the greatest Mortal Kombat of all time. From where it started to where it's finishing, it's a drastic difference. I mean, literally, the game is different from when you first bought it in 2023 versus 2025. 2 completely different Mortal Kombat games. And I'm not just talking about differences in DLC, I'm talking about gameplay differences, cameo adjustments. I'm talking about content being added to the game, costumes, prices of the costumes going down, Frida guys! No more fatalities that are $15. That's a W. I have to be clear. That was a WB reference. I'm sorry, Frida guys. No matter what this video talks about, we have to understand something here. WB is the end-all be-all. They are in charge of the whole thing. Okay, Ed Boon, NRS team, they're amazing. Right? Mortal Kombat, yay, they created it. But we have to understand that WB has the last say-so. Okay, so like it or not, Mortal Kombat 1 may not have been your preferred Mortal Kombat game. To think that Ed Boon didn't want to give us characters, didn't want to give us exactly what he promised, that's a low blow. Now, I always jokingly troll on here talking about how Ed Boon's lying and how NRS be bullshitting, but we gotta keep it real, okay? We gotta keep it real here. Shout out to Maximilian, dude, for helping me understand this. Because watching his videos, I understand that WB is the end-all be-all. They're the ones that are in charge of the majority of the things. So we have to be fair here. These are the 5 routes that I feel like NRS can take. And let's start with the first route. Okay, so the first route is one of the more predictable, safe routes that they can take, making a brand new Injustice game. Injustice 3. Here's the main reason why I think this is not happening. Due to the fact that I mentioned earlier in the video, WB has stated that Mortal Kombat is the focal point. That is the franchise that they are going to focus on and hone in. Unfortunately, even though a game like Injustice is under NetherRealm Studios, they did not make a statement saying that NetherRealm Studios is the focal point. They didn't say all games of NetherRealm is important. They strictly said Mortal Kombat. That is the main goal. That's basically a big hint that there's no Injustice. Given that Mortal Kombat has dropped 2 titles consistently, and if they're working on a 3rd Mortal Kombat game, that's a very tiring thing, right? People are tired of seeing Mortal Kombat all the time. Injustice would be the safe, perfect route to kind of take a break from everything, all right? Let's play it safe. Let's bring Superman back. Let's bring Batman back. Let's bring them back with a twist though, right? Because we don't want Injustice 3 to literally be a better, more advanced copy and paste version of Injustice 2. Injustice 2 was a good game. It had a lot of flaws, but it was good. Injustice 1 had major flaws. One thing to point out for a lot of people that don't really understand this, Injustice has a lot to do with Mortal Kombat's success in the recent years. If Injustice Gods Among Us 1 doesn't come out, we might not get Mortal Kombat X. I'm just being straight up real. A lot of people love Mortal Kombat X. We wouldn't have that without Injustice. Mortal Kombat 11 has given you the gear system, has given you customization, has given you Towers of Time. Where do you think they got that idea from? Injustice 2. Injustice 2 was when they gave us multiverse. It was when they gave us customization. The one thing that they didn't take from Injustice is the fact that certain gear pieces gave you a lot more damage and made your character stronger. They left that in Injustice World, which thank God, because some of those gear pieces were disgustingly hideous, but they have some of the most sickest damage that you just had to keep it on. Frida, guys! They would have to do something different. Maybe give us Injustice 3, maybe give us characters that we haven't even seen in Injustice yet. What's gonna separate Injustice 3 from the first 2 games? And that's the question, and I don't have the answer for you guys. For the first route that NRS can take, they can just play it safe, give us a brand new Injustice, give us Injustice 3. You know, as far as a story mode, maybe we can go back to the original world. I mean, because if you think about it, right, the first Injustice story, it took place in the canon universe, and then they went to the alternate universe. Then Injustice 2 focused primarily on the alternate universe. So maybe Injustice 3, they can go back to the real universe, which was the canon one, and they can play around with that. Route number 2, the second route that NRS can take, is the most predictable one. It is probably the most likely route that's going to happen. Making another Mortal Kombat game. Are we gonna get Mortal Kombat 2? Are we gonna get Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks in a different setting? Are we gonna get Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe again? Completely based on just Conquest mode. What kind of Mortal Kombat game are we gonna get? We know that it has to be better than Mortal Kombat 1. I didn't mention this beforehand, but Injustice, even though those games are pretty cool, the sales really don't stick the landing. As a matter of fact, Mortal Kombat 1 sales are primarily better than Injustice 1 and Injustice 2. Which is shocking, considering how many people hate Mortal Kombat 1. Like, trust me, there's a lot of people on the internet that do not like Mortal Kombat 1. How do we make the new Mortal Kombat better than MK1, but still have some of them MK1 qualities? Because the gameplay for MK1 is actually really good, and it got better within the seasons of the game. That's the most likely to happen, is that Mortal Kombat is returning. Whether it's returning in 2027, 2026, we also have to take this into account. We are at the 2-year cycle mark of a brand new game from NRS. Because if you go back to the timetables of all of this, let's go back in time real quick. In 2011, we got Mortal Kombat 9. 2 years later, we got Injustice in 2013. 2 years later, we got Mortal Kombat X in 2015. 2 years later, we got Injustice 2 in 2017. 2 years later, we got Mortal Kombat 11 in 2019. Now, 2 years later in 2021, we were supposed to get Injustice 3. Oh, but wait! There was a lockdown. COVID hit. Everything got shut down, including NRS. Instead of a 2-year period for Mortal Kombat 11, it became a 4-year period. And we didn't get an announcement until 2022. Was it 2022 or was it 2023? Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, you know, 4 years later, it's 2023, we got Mortal Kombat 1. And people are like, what happened to Injustice? Well, let me be technical here. Technically, Injustice was supposed to come out in 2021. Then the 2-year period would have been 2023, which hence would have been a new Mortal Kombat game. So, if you put two and two together, NRS decided to skip Injustice and give us Mortal Kombat 1. Are we upset that Injustice 3 didn't come out? Not really, because Mortal Kombat is better than Injustice. Given that there is a strong divide that Mortal Kombat 1 is not that good, people rather have Injustice 3. So, what I'm trying to say after all that BS we just spewed just now, we are reaching the 2-year mark. 2023 was Mortal Kombat 1's release. We are now in the year 2025, which is the 2nd year of the timetable. Ed Boon did say that they were going to promote and support this game for a longer period of time, longer than MK11, which was 4 years. Are we gonna have to wait 4 years for another title? Or are we going to get an announcement maybe in the coming months? Summer Game Fest is on the way. You know, towards the winter time, are we gonna get an announcement for a Mortal Kombat release in 2027? Mortal Kombat is most likely gonna come to us soon. That's the second route NRS can take. But now we have to pose the question, what are they gonna do? If they come out with Mortal Kombat again, right? Let's say, hypothetically, Mortal Kombat 2 comes out. Where do you go with the story? We left off on a cliffhanger. Are we going to literally come back to that moment, play through that story, and then have our new extravagant story? How is this all gonna fit in? Are cameos gonna come back? Or is it gonna be a 1v1 mode? Tag mode? Conquest? Crypt? Done. Now, the third route that NRS can take is a bit of a curveball. I was looking on Twitter, and people are talking about this as well, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I was literally going to record a video about this. So the third route that NRS could take is they can shock everybody. they can drop a brand new fighting game that has no relations to Mortal Kombat or no relationships to Injustice. Maybe NRS should take the approach of doing a Marvel fighting game. That would be pretty interesting, having a fighting game based on Marvel characters. Just one small problem, Marvel is ran by Disney, and I don't know how that shit would work with Mortal Kombat. I'm just trying to imagine NRS hitting up Disney like, yo,
can we make a game using Yasser?
No. We see what you do over there. Get over here and stay the fuck over there. We are gods.
Maybe they can do a Super Smash Bros. Type game. Oh wait, that's multiverses. But maybe they can make their own little spin-off of a Smash Bros. And maybe have a couple of Mortal Kombat characters, put some movie characters. I think that this route is less likely to happen. This is a route that I don't even think for a second they're gonna go through. This is a possibility. We could see a brand new title. Now the fourth route, sort of a fan favorite of mine. It's actually a route that I am begging NRS to take. Listen, man, if other people are talking about this, like how can this not happen? I think this is long overdue. I think for the fourth route, NRS should take the route of re-releasing old Mortal Kombat games. Now, I'm not talking about the arcade games. I'm not talking about the first 3 Mortal Kombat games. I'm not talking about Ultimate MK3. Forget about Trilogy. Forget about MK4. I am talking about re-releasing one of the 4 PS2 era Mortal Kombat games. Hold the applause. I'll be here all week. Have you tried the lettuce at the airport? Disgusting. I don't think Armageddon is the route that they are gonna take, because Armageddon has literally like 50 plus characters. We also have a brand new smorgasbord. I can't believe I used that in a video, but they have a brand new smorgasbord of many new characters in the newer Mortal Kombat. So implementing them into the game would be ridiculous. But I do feel like they should at least take a chance at considering bringing back either Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, or Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Bring it back for the PS5, Series X, and Nintendo Switch 2 and Steam. I honestly feel like this is the route that would be most suitable for NRS to take right now. Because right now, NRS and Mortal Kombat are kind of in a weird limbo space. Because on one hand, Mortal Kombat is doing successful. Mortal Kombat is always going to be successful, no matter what games are being put out. Mortal Kombat is one of the most iconic franchises ever. That goes for their movies, that goes for their animated movies, that goes for their video games. That's just how it goes, regardless if it all sucks, because Mortal Kombat 2021, that movie was trash, but it broke records on HBO Max, which is insane. It actually broke the record for the most viewed Red trailer on YouTube, of course. Other things have surpassed it, but Mortal Kombat breaks records. So, in my opinion, the PS2 era Mortal Kombat games didn't really do that well. As a matter of fact, the newer games have sold better. I do believe that the Injustice series has sold more copies than some of the PS2 games. I am aware that Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe even sold more copies than, I think, either Deadly Alliance or Deception or Armageddon. One of the 3. It sold more than one of them. If they were to revamp and you know, add more graphics, add an online server, add some rollback netcode to some of these old Mortal Kombat games, we got something in the works here, man. If you bring back Deadly Alliance, which I wouldn't want that one, preferably I would want Deception because it has Conquest mode. If they were to bring back Conquest mode to the modern day era of gaming, that would be sick. Now, the only problem that I have with this is the fact that those games were dropped under the Midway license. So, being that NetherRealm Studios is its own thing, it's owned by WB, I don't know how that particularly works. I don't know if they have to, you know, considering that Midway is done, it's bankrupt, it's over. Does that mean that those titles are no longer, like, suitable? Like, can Ed Boon be like, yo, like, WB was good, yo, hey, this is Ed Boon here. Yeah, listen, I was thinking about maybe we should take a break from new games. You feel me? Don't get mad. Ed Boon, what is the meaning of this? What do you mean you want to not make new Mortal Kombat games? Now, chill out. WB, chill out now. Bear with me now. You just stay with me now. Buckle up now. But listen, I'm not saying that we're not gonna make new games, but how about we re-release Mortal Kombat Deception? That way we give the fans a good year and some change to have fun with the game, put some rollback netcode, have people go crazy, you feel me? And then we can drop the new game when it's... Ed Boon, this is preposterous. I can't believe you would suggest such a thing to me, WB, the CEO of all things. I cannot believe this. As a matter of fact, you're fired.
I don't want to hear another word for that, guys!
This is a fan favorite route. This is a wish list. This is a wish list. Wish list. Why did I say wish list? This is a wish list. This is a wish list. The hell are we doing, fam? Talk correctly, Clutch. This is my wish list. I want this so bad, man. If Mortal Kombat, man, if Ed Boon, WB, if y'all can pull it off and re-release one of the main iconic PS2 era Mortal Kombat games, it don't even matter which one. If you re-release one of them, ain't just a meal. I'm about to.
Daddy, chill.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, that's the #1 route that I hope NRS takes. It is a long shot. I don't think they're gonna do this. A guy can dream, bro. He says it best, Jordan. He says it best, bro. He can dunk the shit out of the basketball. Final route that NRS can take, and this route is a little bit of a are you kidding me moment. Like, are you serious, Clutch? Are you deadass? I was watching Maximilian's video, and he brought this up, and it actually made me think, and it made me consider, like, that wouldn't be a bad route for NRS to take at the moment. It's about to be almost 7 or 8 years it's been non-stop Mortal Kombat games. But the 5th route that I'm suggesting for NRS is that I think they should just take a break from Mortal Kombat games. Just leave us with Mortal Kombat 1 for a while, longer than usual, and let us sit on this. Let us sit with this maybe for about a good 2 or 3 years, and then drop something else. Don't even drop Mortal Kombat. If you want to put out Injustice, go for it. We should take a break from Mortal Kombat. That's a route that I wouldn't be upset at if NRS was to do that. If they were to drop another game and say, okay, we're gonna cool off from Mortal Kombat for a good 4 years, that way I know that when we do get Mortal Kombat, it's gonna be probably one of the best Mortal Kombats to ever happen. Because I always said this from the beginning of the video, you have to understand the timetable of Mortal Kombat, right? In my opinion, we don't get that excitement of Mortal Kombat X if it wasn't for Injustice. Imagine if we got Mortal Kombat 9, then 2 years later, Mortal Kombat X, then 2 years later, Mortal Kombat 11, then 2 years later, Mortal Kombat 1. It would be so much fatigue. It would be to a point where people are just hating the game just to hate it. It's almost the Call of Duty effect, right? Like, Call of Duty right now is having this issue where every single year they are dropping a Call of Duty game, and for some reason, it's getting worser and worser and worser and worser. It has nothing to do with the gameplay. It has everything to do with server issues. It has everything to do with hackers. It has everything to do with bundles, prices, battle pass. And that is a discussion for another video, but you get the point I'm trying to make with Mortal Kombat. The gameplay is never really the problem with Mortal Kombat. It gets to a point where we're just having lack of content. Mortal Kombat 9 gave us some pretty suitable content, right? The challenge towers, the crypt mode, some dope secret fights. I think that's what's missing from Mortal Kombat is the secrecy of it. Then Injustice gave us the Star Labs. It gave us the customization, not customization, but it gave us the Star Labs and the costume. It gave us interactables. MKX, they followed the trajectory of Injustice, gave us interactables, some dope-ass costumes, gave us some cool guest characters for DLC, insanely fast-paced fighting gameplay. Then Injustice 2 comes out, gives us a new system, gives us gear system, gives us multiverse mode. Mortal Kombat 11, we get Towers of Time, we get an insanely RPG-style crypt mode that you can literally spend like an hour and a half just in the crypt mode, finding secrets and unlocking content. Then you have the Towers of Time where you can play online with random people to fight a boss at the same time. Gave us a dope cinematic story, gave us insane customization in gear pieces and costumes and bundles. Then Mortal Kombat 1, you start to see a decline of content. If they were to drop another Mortal Kombat game, they cannot...
NANI?!
Freedom, guys! If they're gonna drop another Mortal Kombat game, we gotta have the most equal level to MK11 in terms of sales. The next game, the next MK game has to match 11 in sales. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily equal it, but we gotta get more than 5 million copies. We gotta top Mortal Kombat 1, at least 8 to 9 mil. We gotta top the, you know what, matter of fact, forget about the single digits. We have to have double-digit sales. That's what needs to be done. It would be the smarter move for NRS to move out of Mortal Kombat for right now. Focus on another game. If you're gonna drop Injustice, make it fire. If you're gonna drop MK vs. DC, make it fire. If you're gonna drop anything Mortal Kombat related, whether it's a spin-off series, I mean, listen, there's a lot to play around with, bro. The Mortal Kombat story lore is so gigantic that they can literally do anything. Like it or not, we can fuck around and have a modern Sub-Zero Mythologies game. Just a lot better. I'm not caping for that, by the way. I'm just giving you suggestions. But these are the 5 routes that I feel like NRS should take. What do you guys think the next route for NRS is? Do you think it's any of the 5 that I suggested? Do you think that there's another route that I didn't mention that you would like to point out in the comments? Let me know down below. Also, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and as always, you can follow me on my socials, ClutchXChaosX. I'll be here all week. This is only the beginning. As a matter of fact, stop looking at me, bro. Look at me sideways. Cue the music. NRS, what's next? Let us know. Freedom, guys. NRS, I also want to point out, if we do make a new Mortal Kombat game, I'm gonna need a Clutch Chaos reference. I'm just saying, whether you make a trailer and you just like have Johnny Cage be like, let's clutch this. If you just say that, matter of fact, have Scorpion do the get over here and be like, clutch. I'm just saying, NRS, you never know. It can happen for the guys.